Alright, y'all, we're back for another certified hood classic. Y'all know it's another Monday. Of course, I gotta ask, how's your day going, man? You had a whole, 6-7 days? You gotta at least have some sort of good news. Better yet, tell me some good news in the comments right now. If it is a good news, I know where you live, I know what size TV you have, you're not gonna have it tomorrow. But what I will say is that we have another video today regarding the same repetitive drama that I've made like 4 videos on now. Believe me when I say this, I feel that this is going to be the last video I'll have to make on this drama. I'm really hoping it is. I mean, there's still a little bit of stuff here and there, but I don't want to talk about this anymore. I really don't. But it's the Drake v. Kendrick drama, and right now we're in the aftermath. All right, we have gotten the old head opinions that nobody asked for. Drake has kind of went silent ever since he dropped that dog shit ass diss track, The Heart Part 6, and UMG themselves have came out and said, yo, we had nothing to do with this beef and we actually wanted it to stop ourselves. Where do we go from here? What do we do with any of this? What is even any of this drama at this point? And like, what's up with Drake? Like, what even happens to him now? You know what I mean? And of course I know it's like, oh, well, Drake, you know, everybody's gonna know him as like a predator, blah, 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 blah. You know, he's a creepy weirdo dude. But I feel like if you did even like surface level research on the internet about Drake and, you know, his level of controversies, it would be like the first main things you had already known even before this beef, especially with the whole Millie Bobby Brown thing. We all remember that. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like it's more just a case of if people even actually cared at that point in time, which they obviously didn't. It's kind of weird now in a sense that people even care now. Do y'all care about Drake being creepy because it's convenient now to dogpile on him? Or do you care because, you know, you actually care about the fact that somebody might have been groomed by like a grown-ass man? But hey, I don't want to call people out, and I also don't want to get harassed by Canadians. But y'all remember how I said, you know, the drama wasn't over. There's still a little bit of stuff going on. All right, so boom, there's been this mysterious little Twitter account that popped up called EbonyPrince 2K24, and they've been doing some really creepy, eerie things on Twitter. One of them being, all right, so if y'all remember, you know, Kendrick dropped that song Meet the Grams, and the cover included, you know, some pretty interesting things. A pair of gloves, you know, this weird little background, a receipt, and then also has some Ozempic for Drake as well. And in the video, it's gonna be right here, is this random mysterious person showing these same products of the same exact cover, everything directly in its place. And it actually threw a lot of people off because it made you think, is there actually a mole within Drake's group? I mean, how do you even have the ability to not only get, you know, a receipt from somebody that's within Drake's camp, but also you have medications that are listed towards Aubrey Drake Graham, which is Drake's real name. And I feel like this definitely does signify that Drake might be in deeper shit than we even realize. But I'm not gonna lie, that rabbit hole, I'm not even gonna lie, it gets so deep, dude. And if you browse r/Kendrick Lamar, dude, it's like the equivalent of watching QAnon post on Facebook, man. It's getting beyond my understanding, and I feel like I'm just watching a bunch of crazy guys sit in a round table, just saying all kinds of shit, man, just trying to make any sort of peace connect, man. I'm just waiting for somebody just to say some shit like, yo, Drake owns a pizza place and there's a bunch of kids locked up in the basement or something, you know? But it kind of goes back into the question of what is even gonna happen to Drake? Well, like, is this truly the downfall of one of, if not the most commercially successful hip-hop artist of all time? And if you want my honest answer, I don't really think so. Like, yeah, Drake went down a few spots on the Billboard, now he's at number 7, but at the same time, it's still number 7 out of 200, and he still has top songs and top albums, and he still gets a shit ton of streams with an overly dedicated fan base that's probably just a bunch of Canadians with nothing better to do with their lives. And I feel like when it comes to this drama, it's kind of only giving him more attention than what he deserves. I mean, even when thinking about his fans and the level of dedication they have going on right now in this drama, it's actually kind of funny how bad they're trying to cope. It's like watching a dude with a gambling addiction trying to justify why he gambled away all of his life savings. And then even when just talking about all the situation with Drake, you know, the whole predator thing and the daughter thing, yada yada yada, it's like, do people really care? And I know there's gonna be somebody down there that's gonna be all like, oh, well, I care that Drake's a predator. Good, I'm glad you do care that Drake is a creepy weirdo. This is not directed towards you. I'm mainly directing this towards a large chunk of the hip-hop fan base and just how hypocritical we've all been for like a long time now. Like, Questlove, you can make your dumbass IG post story thing about how hip-hop is dead or whatever, but dog, I'm gonna be honest, if you think that this is what crosses the line for hip-hop being dead, I need to see what your moral standards are. All right, so in this next segment, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna sound really cynical, and I might sound like a hating ass nigga, but yo, like, just hear me out, right? I truly don't think there are, and I don't think there ever really was, any morals in hip-hop and R&B. Like, for real, I see aunties and uncles all the time bumping R. Kelly, even with him being known as like one of the most dangerous predators in the R&B scene, and I still see women trying to defend Chris Brown, even with the police report coming out of what he did to Rihanna. I mean, even when the drama was happening, you still had people trying to say that Rihanna was the crazy one. Then take a look at Nicki Minaj, aka the defender of I mean, not only is her husband a but then you also have her brother that she just loves defending, and then you have her crazy ass fan base of the Barbs who will just go around and harass anybody who questions her or criticizes her because they just feel like Nicki Minaj is the victim here. Another example, Kodak Black. This dude was out here charged for sexual assault on a teenage girl. He still got a Kendrick feature. Drake texting a 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown while he was in his 30s, talking about how he misses her. Boom, he was still getting the #1 album. So when I see Questlove wanting to talk about playing the old wise man act, talking about, and I quote here, "This isn't about skill. This was a wrestling match level mudslinging and takedown by any means necessary." I just want to ask you, Quest, what do you think rap beef is? Like, sorry bro, I think your nostalgia must have blinded you from the reality of the fact that some rappers genuinely just don't like each other. Like, this isn't Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, dog. This is the battle of a Canadian and a black leprechaun, and right now the Canadian isn't feeling very lucky today. Like, are we seriously gonna sit here and act like Hit 'Em Up doesn't exist? I mean, that's one of the most iconic diss tracks of all time. I mean, you could even say that was the diss track that got Tupac killed 3 months later. But hey, Questlove, I guess that just doesn't fit the narrative, huh? Alright, so I'm gonna just give a quick reality check to all the old heads who think that hip-hop is dead because Kendrick called Drake a freaky ass dude. Hip-hop culture has always been layered in shit since its rise in the 80s, alright? There are no rules, there's no morals. This isn't like a pickup basketball game, y'all dapping each other up. GG bro, I'll see you tomorrow. That shit, it was never like that. When NWA broke up and Ice Cube and Eazy had their beef, that was genuine. Alright, when Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac had their beef, that was genuine. When Birdman and Young Thug tried to get Lil Wayne killed, that was genuine. The culture has always been layered in shit. But, you know, it's the entertaining aspects that keeps us blinded from that reality. Like, I'm sorry, but y'all old heads gotta get it through y'all skulls, man. Y'all not wise, you're just revisionists. But we gotta get back to the main point. Alright, does this affect Drake negatively in his career or whatever? No, not really, if we're being honest. Like, yeah, the Predator stuff is gonna stick, but like, as I said before, you know, if you do any like basic surface level research, even before the current rap beef now, you would have already knew that Drake was a creepy weirdo dude who needs to stay away from teenage girls. I mean, this is surface level knowledge. The only way this will actually negatively affect him is if he maybe got like that R. Kelly treatment. The dude just gets straight up blacklisted. You bring up his name, creepy. Even a year down the line when he like announces like his next album or whatever, I just feel like it's just, whatever this is, it's not gonna stick long enough. His fan base is too dedicated, man. A lot of people, I feel like people only really care about these kinds of situations whenever it's convenient, I'm gonna be honest. But at the end of the day, as for us listeners, we can only really do two things, all right? We can either listen or we cannot listen. Because I mean, I can talk about Drake being a predator all day, but the moment this man drops another verse that can be used as an Instagram caption, y'all gonna forget about all that shit. Let's keep it a bang. As for me, I'll just be keeping track of the whole EbonyPrince 2K24 thing on Twitter. Hopefully something actually comes out of that instead of all these Riddler ass tweets. Like, bro, I'm not trying to like figure out all your subliminals and shit, bro. You can either give us some answers or give us nothing. I'm really hoping that this drama can just end or something. Like, I want something else to talk about, but there's nothing as entertaining as the bullshit that's going on right now, and it's killing me. I know Meg Thee Stallion, she dropped a single, Boa. As per usual, she looks damn fine, and unfortunately, she's not my wife, but what can you do? I don't know, what else is going on? Cardi B, she doesn't know how to pronounce people's names, but then again, though, she's from the Bronx, so of course she's stupid as shit. I don't know what else is going on, but I'm just gonna let y'all go off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the whole Drake drama. I need to get some sleep, and I need to take a piss. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.
We are locked in. Thank you for over 160 glizzies and doing glizzy overdrive.